Topology errors. In our last video, we were talking about raster data types. We considered georeferencing and sources of raster data. Now we are looking at topology errors. The different types of topological errors can be grouped according to whether the vector feature types are polygons or polylines, as you can see here in the image on the screen. Topological errors with polygon features can include unclosed polygons, gaps between polygon borders, or overlapping polygon borders. And because of this topic, we're going to do a little of digitizing. Okay, and digitizing is a method through which you create vector files that can be in polygon or polylines or point from an existing raster file. So without any further ado, let's go straight to our QGIS software. Okay, we are taking off from where we stopped in the last video. This is our georeferenced file, and we are now going to digitize the local government administrative units. And if you can see clearly, these units have different colors to distinguish their administrative boundaries. And so how to digitize? What we want to do is to create these polygons out, these boundaries out. And for the sake of this tutorial, we are going to digitize just two of it. Okay, so let's go ahead. How we start, first of all, is to create the vector file we want to work with. So right now, how to do that? You come to your menu bar and you head over to layers. Then instead of adding, you don't have to create, so you use create layer. However, on your QGIS softwares, there are shortcuts already on your tools bar. These are your tools bar. And we also have another bar here. And this is add vector, this is add raster. And all of these, if you have a database, you can pull in files from them and all of this. Here, you can actually create a new shapefile layer. So this is a symbol for creating a new shapefile layer. So let's go straight to, let's use the normal method. Come to your menu bar, you click on layers and you select create layer. And of course, it's a shapefile we want to create. So you click on new shapefile layer. And now this dialog box comes up. For this first part, you use this button to choose where you want it to be stored. And let's do that right away. All right, for the sake of this example, we're going to create a folder. And we're going to call it, let's call it pool. Yes. And in this folder, let's call the polygon LGA. LGA stands for local government area. All right, that's fine. So the name of the polygon is going to be local government area. And one more thing, we have to select what type of geometry are we creating. Is it a polygon? Is it a point? Or is it a polyline, like a line string in this sense of it? In this case, we are using polygon because it's an area. It covers an area. And this area will have area and perimeter, all right? I think, and also you need to select what coordinate system that you want to use. Later in this course, we are going to talk about coordinate system. Let's select, okay, we can use WGS 1984. You will see it as 84 in QGIS. That being done, we are good to go. All right, so here is it on our layers panel. Remember from our first video, I explained that the layers panel is where you see the things that you've added to the QGIS software. And the browser here is where you go finding them. in one of our examples, instead of using this method, we are going to just pull them in right from our browser widget panel here. So having created the layer, of course, nothing is on the screen because we have not created any layer. And to start digitizing, we now have to toggle the edit mode on. So this yellow pencil that you see here is how you toggle editing. We click on it, and if you can see, there are other tools that got activated as a result. And now you come to this one here. The name here is Add Polygon Feature, and you click on it. If you watch carefully, we have started digitizing. Let me make it, you can see. Yeah, so we are going to trace. If it's too far away for you, you can actually zoom in further. So I'm going to make it a rough work because this is just an illustration. Okay, I think I'm getting closer to the end of it. If you can see, there is a color that lets you know the areas you are tracing out. So this is what we call digitization. This paper, we are now creating a digital file for it, and this file is a shape file. Yes, here we go. And I think I am almost done. I'm done. I'm going to right click to end. I can give it an ID of 1. So if you see, okay, my digitization was not perfect for the sake of this example. All right, so this is just one. Let's create a second one, and now we are going to go straight to topology errors. Okay, right away I want to create a second polygon. So what I'm going to do now is to create add polygon for the purpose of illustration. So I'm deliberately going to make an example, an error, so that I could now use it for topology errors. I think I'm going to get faster right now. Yes, I think we're almost done. You know, this is not so necessary anymore. Why? Because the shapefile for this state of Akwa Ibom with the local government areas are already there on the internet. So anyone can go online to download it. Okay. Great. Yes, we want to save. Now we have our, all right, let's put up one more polygon so that we can have a good example to show topology errors. So right now, let's just draw one more. This one is not going to follow any regular pattern. Let's just make it a polygon, a simple polygon. And I'm calling it 4. So now you see there is an overlap here. And now what the topology checker is going to help us do, remember this is the button for it. It can come in anywhere on your map. In my case, I want it to be on top here. So before we go ahead, we first of all need to check the snapping options. You go to project, you come down to snapping options, and if yours is not at advanced, you could come to advanced. If yours is not turned on, you could turn it on, keep it at advanced, select the layer for which you want to run the checker. Allow overlap, no, keep it at follow advanced configurations. Depending on your version of QGIS, you may not see these options here. Once you come to advanced, everything will just have to be advanced options. And for type, you select depending on your version. Some versions you just see one option here, vertex and segment. But for my version, you can actually select multiples. If you're using what is similar to mine, you should just select vertex and segment. That being done, if yours is meters, you change it to pixels. Mine is degrees and pixels, so you just keep it at pixels. You should keep this at 5. 5 is good enough. Avoid overlap. That's fine. I think we are good here. So you can close it out. And for our topology checker, I actually have a rule here already, but let me delete it to make an illustration. Once you are here at the topology rule settings, you change this from no layer to select the layer you are working on. Then you now choose your rule. Which rule do you want to use? Must not overlap is one, must not have gaps, and must not have duplicates. These are the major ones you would likely be working with. For our example, we actually made an overlap, so we'll need to use the rule of must not overlap. Once you select that, you click on add to add the rule, and you can click on OK to proceed. Now we are here, and let's check the error. You click on this and it shows you where the error is. Please, you must zoom in so that you could see exactly what is happening. I think this is good enough. So the next thing would be to click on the vertex tool, which is next to your add polygon tool. Yes, so you see all of the vertex in these polygons are being highlighted for you. So for this layer, you can click on it, and if you see very well, this is a vertex, this is another vertex, and this is another vertex. So what we are going to do, we are going to click on one of these and return it. Yes, we are going to return it. That's okay. So this is something you can do manually. Let's see. Let me see where I want to drop it. Let me find another vertex to use. Let me see what works. Okay, let me do like this first. Oh, come on. We needed a better example, though. So let me drop it inside. Oh, okay, I had done it. So what happens with the vertex tool is you just draw the vertex and drop it where you want it to be dropped. All right, you just move them the way you want it to be. All right. In the next video, we're going to be talking about coordinates. So that's just simply what it is. And see you in the next video.